It is the day of our first ever group cruise.
You know, this is our first time parking here at the terminal parking garage. This is normally for Royal Caribbean, and normally we always park at the parking garage just because it's a little bit more convenient for us than parking someplace else and having a shuttle. You know that you can park. There's a lot of places where you can park and take a shuttle, and it's much cheaper than parking here at the port, but it's just more convenient, and that's why we do it. So it was actually really simple and really easy to park here and drop our luggage off.
Somebody was stressed out about it this morning.
Well, we've never done it before, and usually over at Disney, it's like you take your luggage downstairs or wherever, and you got to drop it off with a bunch of guys. This was like you park in the parking garage, we go right down the elevator. There's a porter right there. He's taking luggage, and now we're set. We're gonna walk into the terminal. We're gonna see if we can get checked in.
And whenever we pulled into the parking garage, you can't park on the first level because the first level is all drop off. But on the second level, as soon as you pull up there, you pay for your parking for the cruise right then and there.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to worry about it whenever you leave. You just leave.
Yeah.
So this is going
easy.
pretty smooth so far.
Like it. So we have like checked in totally, I think. I'm pretty sure.
We have our boarding like group number, which is group number 9. They give that to you when you get here.
Yeah.
And we're just general boarding because we're not a suite and we don't have the key package, which are like special things that you can get and get you expedited boarding, basically.
So we're kind of waiting. You can see it's pretty busy in here right now. Not a ton of seating left, but they should start boarding here
pretty soon.
Any minute, really. It's almost 11 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah, so pretty exciting. It was a little bit different. One thing that we're normally used to getting are our cards, like our
room key.
Our room keys. We didn't get those yet, so we're not sure if we get those maybe sometime later when we get on board or what. But whenever you go to check in, if you have your Set Sail Pass downloaded on the app, it's really easy. You just go to one of these desks over here. You don't even go to the desk. You just see a person, and they scan it, and they scan your passport, and you're like good to go. So
yeah, it was like a super smooth process. This is a humongous ship with a ton of people, and it just went super quick. And security was actually really nice too because there's a ton of checkpoints, so security just went through really fast. Almost kind of like how Universal has a ton of security checkpoints instead of just like a couple small ones.
Yeah.
So
security and most of all, like the team members here that are working, really great.
Yeah, everybody's been really nice.
Really nice, smiles on their faces, very helpful if you got any questions.
When we were walking through security, I'm like almost getting teary-eyed again. This isn't something Disney, but like I am getting emotional about it because I'm so excited. It's like a first time thing. Like we've been on this ship before, but this is different because we're coming as guests.
Yeah.
Like to actually experience this ship and not just tour it.
That's going to be the best thing.
Yeah.
To be on there, and then at like 2:30, we know that we don't actually have to get off.
Yeah.
So it's finally time. Group number 9 is here, and we're going to go get on the ship. Like we've already said, the best part is that we actually get to stay on the ship this time, and we don't have to get off at like 2:30.
As you're actually getting on the ship, they do have some photographers around. You can get some pictures with like the Harmony of the Seas in the background. It's like a picture of the Harmony of the Seas, but they'll have PhotoPass photographers or not.
They don't have PhotoPass photographers.
They'll have photographers
all around the place. There's no PhotoPass photographers on the Disney Cruise Line either.
There are not.
So I will say that probably one of the disappointing things so far compared to a Disney cruise is that you're not entering into the atrium and they're not announcing that your name, that you're getting on the ship. But with that being said, this is still a huge ship and we're super excited. I mean, it's still like, we still kind of can't believe that we're even here getting on the ship. So we're about to go through where I think they're gonna take us into the lobby. They're handing out some hand sand. Make sure that, well, it says the lobby up there. It's the Promenade area, but they're handing out some Germex type of soap. Make sure that you guys use that because you want to be sanitary on the ship. Thank you.
All right, we are officially on board, and We are starting off with something I've been wanting to do ever since we like booked this cruise, the Rising Tides Bar. So it has specific times whenever it rises and lowers, and it's actually gonna do it in about like 20 minutes or so. So yeah, I'm excited to rise like the tide in the Rising Tides Bar. We are rising.
So we're almost to the very top, which is really crazy to be on basically a bar that's an elevator. So we're going up. So we have got some dining reservations. We're actually going to get off here and we're going to go over to Jamie's and see if we can book a reservation to eat there. It's I think it's Italian, right? So we don't have that yet. We're going to see if we can get something. And then I don't know what we're going to do. It's almost 1:30. We've got about another 20 minutes or so. Hopefully the rooms are ready. We're going to go and check that out, get our card keys, and then probably just go do some more exploring, walk around, hang out, do something. I don't know. All right, so we've basically booked pretty much everything that we want to do. A lot of stuff we booked online beforehand because we didn't do the dining package. And we just booked Jamie's and we booked Central Park 150, right? That's what it's called. So something to note is that apparently you can do a little bit of haggling out here. You can ask them. Sometimes they'll apply a discount, sometimes they won't. But we walked into there, into Central 150. They gave us a 20% discount on Thursday, which is really cool. So we've got pretty much everything set. I think we might only end up eating in the actual main dining room one time this week, unless we go for lunch, which we probably will. But basically every day for dinner, we've got set up to do dining reviews at these main restaurants that are an additional charge, but are included with the dining package. So a lot of really good content to come out for you guys if you're wondering what's here on Harmony of the Seas. It's now after 1:30. Hopefully the rooms are ready. We're gonna go do something. I don't know. So we've made it to our room. We came down the hallway. We are 9712, deck 9, and our room is 712. The cards are actually outside the door. We're gonna go in and check it out.
So we made it into our room. It's actually a lot nicer than I thought it was gonna be. We've toured some of the other ships, but I never actually got to see the rooms here on the Harmony, and they are a lot more updated than the other ships that we have been on. I like the gray colors with like a little bit of brown and like this dark teal. It's like really nice. So we've got like a couch over here, we've got a bed, and the bed actually, I'm pretty sure most of these beds split into 2 beds, or can be split into 2 beds. And then we have a bathroom over there. We've got a little desk area. There's drawers. There's like a little closet right here. And the best part about our entire room is the balcony.
So way, way, way off there in the distance would be the Disney Cruise Line terminal. There's nobody in today. We are like the only ship that's actually setting sail today. So we've got this whole port basically to ourselves. But out here, this is our little... so like our little deck area, the veranda. So we've got 2 chairs, a table. I feel like it is a little bit smaller than what we would see on Disney, but Disney is known to have the biggest rooms across, like,
The cruise industry.
Across the cruise industry, basically. So, but one thing I will say, one thing that's a major difference with this bed is that it's not raised up.
No, it's like lower.
So that's one big difference so far. And I mean, again,
But
like the
it
room,
does still have room for storage underneath.
and the room is a little bit smaller. But I mean, it's still pretty nice though. I like it. It's kind of contemporary, modern, basically.
Like
Does that make sense? maybe.
Yeah, it is. I like how whenever you come in, it's like the living room area first, and then the bed is kind of over by the door, because I feel like that's the one thing I don't like about Disney Cruise Line, is it feels like when you walk in, your bed's like right there, and you gotta like walk around it to get to anything. Where this, you can just kind of walk in, put all your stuff down, and then your bed's over by the window.
What's the bathroom look like?
The bathroom's actually pretty nice. It is not a split bathroom, which I do prefer a split bathroom, but it is still pretty good size for a cruise bathroom.
So toilets, and then we have got the shower, which is a little bit different than Disney. Usually in Disney, the tubs, it's like a tub shower, so not that here, but still pretty cool.
One other thing that's a little bit different about these rooms that I noticed is that they actually already have a card in the lights like slot. So you don't have to put your own room key in there because there's already a card in there, which is actually kind of nice because I don't have to pull it out of my lanyard every single time I come in the room. So we actually just came down to our friends Chris and Sarah's room because they got an interior room that overlooks Central Park. And the whole entire room is exactly like ours, except instead of having a balcony, they have a nice little window seat with a view of Central Park.
All right, so one part of being on a cruise is that no matter what you do, no matter where you're at, whatever you do, you have to attend a muster station. And this is just like a safety protocol type of deal to make sure that like you know what's going on and you know what to do in case there would happen to be a abandoned ship
or
an emergency. So that's what we're doing. So we're heading downstairs on, this is pretty much standard on cruise lines. On the card that you get will have your muster station. So ours is F3. That's where we're heading to now. Our room is actually on deck 9, but our muster station is deck 5. So we're going to go do that, and then we're actually going to head upstairs for the meet and greet with the rest of the group. So we've made it in. This is the one of the main dining room areas, and this is where our muster station is. One thing to note is that if you think that you can get by without coming down here to the muster station,
you're wrong.
You're wrong, because the person or the attendant who comes and cleans your room has to put a red evacuated room card on the door handle. So
yes, this is mandatory.
They will stay there until you have left. So,
officially sailing away, and like we've been saying a million times, this is our group cruise and the gang is all here. We've got like full squad status right up here at the mask bar right now. This is like so awesome, and like I can't believe everybody actually came. Like it didn't feel real until we actually saw everybody here. Like this is so awesome. The horn! We're officially sailing. So we just finished eating dinner at Chops. I know we had a little bit of a break there. We got to meet up with everybody finally. It was awesome. We got a group photo, and this is gonna be such a great time. So we're gonna be meeting up with pretty much everybody probably later on tonight. But we're gonna stop here at guest services real quick, which is in the main promenade. Josh wants to check, he got like some coffee package or something. But for our dining review from Chops, make sure you check that out. We post our dining reviews every single Monday. Don't forget.
All right, so here at guest services, I don't know if this is actually where you normally would come to get it, but I came here and asked, and they had it. So I got a Cafe Select card. I think it was about $30 online pre-purchase. So basically, it just includes 15 specialty coffee drinks. So that's not just like coffee, right? That's something that's usually made with espresso, like a latte, a mocha, something like that. And I figured I'd try it. They do have a Starbucks on board, but I don't know. I felt like trying something different. So I think I'm gonna go find the cafe. I'm gonna get a coffee now before we go and get down and mingle, you know, silent disco type of deal. Holy, I don't know. Oh boy, you can really feel the shit moving. So, believe it or not, Cafe Promenade, which is this cafe, is located right next to guest services. So I probably could have came over here and asked first, but they've got espresso, cappuccino, mochas, lattes, all that stuff. I'm gonna grab a mocha, see how it tastes. Can I compare it to Starbucks? I'm going to. I don't know if I really should, but.
So if you can tell by the headphones, it's time for the silent disco. We are so excited. This is like one of our favorite things that we do. So we got some of the people from our group here. This is gonna be awesome.
Harmony happens on Harmony.
All right, well that's gonna do it for us on our first day here on Royal Caribbean.
It is.
Harmony of the Seas. It was fun.
We are already back in the room, wiping the makeup off from the day before I jump in the shower.
Yeah, it's about.
We're sweating our butts off dancing in the club tonight.
Yeah, it's about 11 o'clock. It's probably like about 11:15 right now.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit later for us. It's definitely late for me.
Oh yeah, we did this silent disco for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It was awesome though.
It was fun. We had a good time.
Yeah, we definitely had a good time, especially like, you know, having everybody there with us for the group cruise. And like, not everybody's able to do everything, which is totally fine, but like, just like knowing that we have some other like friends basically now, like just around. It's a really good time. Yeah. That was awesome.
It was. So we're going to start off pretty early in the morning. I'm not sure why. Gonna try and,
I guess I wasn't thinking about that.
We're going to try and do the flow rider in the morning. It'll probably be mostly me. And we'll see how the rest of the day goes.
We're going to do the perfect storm slides tomorrow, too.
Okay, nice.
Like, so everybody can do this stuff.
Yeah, we'll see how the rest of the day goes.
Yeah, I can't wait. First day was amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how to end this. Other than I guess we'll see y'all in the next video.